Hello everyone and welcome to potentially the last Byronite podcast with bad audio. Fingers crossed I'm either going to get this one fixed or I will hopefully be getting a new phone very very soon. Not really sure when it's going to be happening, but yeah, lots to talk about, mainly to do with the channel. This one's more of an update than anything, but it's definitely something to sink your teeth into and, have a listen. So the first talking point is CEW Retro. This will be premiering Tuesday, June 16th. There's already a premiere on the channel. I'll leave a link to that and the Xtra premiere that will be premiering, I think, like 10 minutes after. They're both going to be on the Tuesday, leaving links in the description. Please try and make it. I know a lot of people probably don't like the fact that I'm not having a lot of fan characters on the show, because it's just the way that the cookie crumbled. I literally have, I think it's like 20 slots left. And when I mean I have 20 slots available, yes, I do have 20 slots available, but there are alter tires and all of that good stuff, so in reality, I really don't have any more slots. 80 characters is more than enough for characters, so the chances of people actually making it onto the show for the next season, at least for the first season of Retro, is very slim. I'm just going to be honest with you on that, just on the premise that, I don't want to release anybody unless they ask for their release. I don't want to fire anybody, unless they do something controversial. And I personally believe that, that their spots are earned, their spots should be guaranteed until they either ask for their release or they do something stupid. But as I was saying, another thing I want to do is maybe on the podcast after a pay-per-view, so for example, after Retro Rumble in about 4 weeks, I'd love to just sort of review the Retro Rumble for a podcast and just sort of tell you guys, how I personally thought it went. I know a lot of people are going to be like, I don't really want that, biased opinions from the actual creator, but I am my worst critic, okay? I slate myself a lot when it comes to what I do, and, booking decisions and everything like that, so I will definitely probably be the best critic of my own work, because I know what I wanted to do, and I know what actually happened. So let me know, should I review my pay-per-views on a podcast after the pay-per-views? I don't know. You guys tell me. And if you haven't been keeping up with the channel, then I'm just going to make this quick. My universe mode file on 2K20 corrupted, meaning that I literally don't have any time to continue the series. That being said, I've decided to incorporate that into a storyline by saying that Vince McMahon has called for a harder reset, and here we are with Wrestlemania Chicago. Now, I'm not sure when that's going to be yet. It is in the stages of recording. We have the pre-show done, and I think 3 or 4 matches of the main show, so it is coming along quite nicely. Ideally, I'd like to be a couple episodes ahead before I go ahead and release WrestleMania, just on the premise that I'm not the biggest fan of getting things out when I don't have a lot of backup episodes, just in case I get sick or I become burnt out or unmotivated, because I don't like leaving you guys without content. So it might take a while. I'm going to say July, but don't hold me to that, because if I'm right, July will probably be Retro Rumble, and I think it would be a bit too much having the Retro Rumble and also WrestleMania Chicago. Universe mode and Retro, they kind of be in a bit of a ratings war kind of thing, and I don't want that. I do also need to address that Retro and Universe mode are 2 separate entities, 2 separate worlds. You're not suddenly going to see, the CEW World Champion just pop up on Universe mode. It's not going to happen. And a lot of people have asked me that. You're like, oh, so are we gonna have, Universe Mode guys on Retro? And I said no, because they're in no way affiliated. Just thought I'd point that out. So yeah, Wrestlemania Chicago, probably scheduled for July. So thank you all for listening to the podcast. Thank you for bearing with me for the couple of weeks where I've had to do this with bad mic quality. Fingers crossed next week. I really, really hope next week I can either fix this or get a new phone, because I'm scheduled for an upgrade on my current phone. So, it is what it is. And hopefully you guys will join me for the premiere of CEW Retro and Xtra on Tuesday. Xtra follows right after Retro. Gonna, like I said, leaving a link in the description to both if you want to go ahead and watch those. Any support is greatly appreciated on that. Thank you all for listening. I've been Byronite. This has been the Byronite Podcast, and I will see you all next time.